I am sure, yes, I am sure you, like me, would have learnt about the amazing healing powers of the human body, and probably that was about Form 4, when being taught the basic biological lesson of natural immunity, especially when our bodies face virus-type illness. It's not even slightly surprising, or should not be, since the effectiveness of natural immunity has been documented since the Peloponnesian War. On COVID alone, there have been nearly 150 in-depth studies documenting the power of natural immunity. But most people, for the past 2 years, seem to actually disagree, either because they didn't pay attention to the fourth form biology class, or because our adoration of shots has swamped our common sense, or because there is no profit in it, or because of some other reason that is not yet explained. Regardless, it does seem as if something went wrong in 2020 as lockdowns began. Suddenly, most public health agencies in the world stopped speaking of the subject of natural immunity. And most people, for 2 years, they seem to have disagreed with those proven facts, either because they didn't pay attention in the fourth form biology class, or because our adoration of having vaccine shots has swamped our common sense, or because there was no profit in it, or because of some other reason that is not yet explained. Regardless, it does seem as if something went wrong in 2020 as lockdowns began. Suddenly, most public health agencies in the world, all of a sudden, they stopped speaking of the subject of natural immunity. Vaccine passports are proof how the doctors, the health experts, and so-called most other experts, including Bloomfield, Baker, and that silly twerp Wilkes, and most New Zealand general practitioners have typically ruled out the natural immunity or severely depreciated, including, yes, it was even depreciated by Jacinda Ardern, who probably never did attend that basic class when they were explaining the wonders of natural immunity. The World Health Organization changed its definition of herd immunity to exclude natural exposure. Millions have lost their jobs for not getting vaccinated, but yet have strong natural immunity. How strange it all is. Here you have one of the most established, proven, documented, experienced studies known and defended scientific truths about cell biology, which is known as herd immunity. Then one day, about 18 months ago, most people who understood it, then it seemed the day after, a vast number of people, they had no knowledge of this basic scientific truth. Otherwise, how could the World Health Organization and, say, for the New Zealand government and its advisors been able to get away with its criminal denial of that topic? How could such a large number of New Zealanders believe that the under-vaxxed are a danger to those who have been vaccinated? Just how could so many New Zealanders believe that mask wearing and distancing would prevent the spread of COVID-19? How? Just how? Because New Zealanders seem to be sheep and believe the lies and the constant information that was woven around vaccinations and other dreamed-up restrictions forced on all of us, even those that remember their biology lessons from Form 4. This nonsense and the preaching of non-science misinformation saw New Zealanders swallow hook, line and sinker, while the experts stood on the sidelines, such as Bloomfield, never once attempted to tell the truth along with facts, but let that Ardern creature have free license to say what she wanted you to believe, and even blatantly lying on most of those facts. Those mandates should be scrapped as from this moment. If you have a vax passport, do you feel free when some whippersnapper working under their boss's misguided direction asks to see your passport? Well, if you feel free and okay with that, may I just suggest you step back and think about it? When I'm asked to show my vax passport, I feel very uncomfortable, as I know that the exercise is just so wrong and against everything my father, my uncles and their friends fought and died for. When you finally realise you have been taken in and have been done like a dinner, remember who is responsible. She is the most fake and deceitful politician I've certainly ever seen in New Zealand, yet she has maintained her cunning evilness to boot, all presented with toothy smiles, arm waving as though she's drowning, along with her horsey head nods.